God, it's been a long time since I've done this. Surprise. Yes, despite popular rumors, I'm still alive. No, that's not a rumor. Am I still alive? Anyway, yes, I kind of disappeared about 3 months ago. And, well, actually 4 months ago, because I didn't do a video in May for April's Geek Box. Because it was Star Wars Day, May 4th. On a Friday, I got some of these. And this. On my way home from work, I was crossing a crosswalk with the light and was struck by a vehicle, and it broke my left leg, the tibia just below the knee. And until this week, I pretty much haven't been able to walk. And it has now been 11 weeks as of yesterday. And I've got one more week where I'm supposed to be wearing the brace and we're using the crutches, and I do when I actually go out. But around the house here, I'm not, because it feels pretty good. Still sore, I'm moving a certain way, and it still doesn't feel too good, but overall, I am just about back to my normal self. So, I'm going to start doing my videos again. You're probably hearing some noise. I've got my printer going. I'm currently printing socket drawers, which is actually kind of interesting considering this is the Maker Geeks translucent blue filament, but I pulled the decals off of the spool and found Taylorite logos actually painted on that they'd covered up with stickers. So I don't know if they bought the company, it's the same company that moved, if they bought a surplus of old spools, because I could only find existence of Taylorite in Arizona for like 4 months in 2016, and then they just kind of disappeared. So, not sure exactly what the deal with this is, but doesn't really matter. This is the spool I'm building. I've got another section printing right now, and Monday my dog is right in front of the camera chewing on his bone because it's almost August 1st, in another week and a half, and his birthday is August 1st, which, because he's a rescue adopted dog, August 1st is Dogust 1st, which is the birthday for any rescue or found dog that you don't know the birthday for. So he's got some new Nylabones that came in through Amazon today. So what have I been doing? A whole lot of nothing, really. Not being able to get around and walk with a broken leg makes everything difficult. Don't recommend it. Go to the hospital, do what your doctor says. But I sat in this chair a lot. And 3D printers. I started doing some smaller projects that I could, and I did print a few things, like working on my spools. I've got this is a paintbrush palette, but I'm using it for my tools and brushes and calipers and scrapers and kind of everything right now. I have the components. There's some braces that go in here, but basically what this is, it takes a 120 millimeter fan, bolt in here, and it has some braces, then you put some springs here, and this creates it's a paint shaker, but I want to actually see if it will work for a small part like resin casting shaker to kind of work some of the bubbles out. Let's see, what else have I got? I mean, I printed a ton of crap, I just can't find it. Where is it? I printed out a fan stand. Oh, there it is. that this is actually kind of cool. It prints and you have to use some screws, but the fan adjusts through some, you can actually take the fan out of these legs, but I don't want to break it. And I bought some 12 volt to 5 volt, well, 5 volt to 12 volt step-up converters. So this runs off of USB at 5 volts and powers a 12 volt case fan at full speed. You can also not use the step-up converter and do this with a case fan. It'll just run at 5 volts instead of 12, so it's a little less than half of the air pressure. And these things work pretty well. There's also a fan cover that goes on these, but I only printed one because it doesn't account for the knockout, so it sits at a weird angle, and yeah. So I am actually about ready to shoot 4 months worth of unboxings. I have 4 geek boxes sitting right there ready to be unboxed. I'm going to split them up into 4 separate videos, and this will actually be a 5th video. So all of a sudden there's going to be a ton of new content on my page. That's interesting. But I do have some new projects coming up. I just obtained an Xbox Connect with a power adapter. What the hell's an adapter? Adapter, and I got a pigtail. And this pigtail, you actually have to solder in the board here to get 12 volts because the USB cable doesn't supply 12 volts from the plug because it's, where the hell is it? They're weird plugs. So you kind of have to make this thing work, which I will. So we'll see how all that works going forward, but it'll be pretty cool having a 3D scanner that I can start scanning stuff. Still working on, I haven't been able to assemble my MPCNC machine because I literally couldn't lift the board, which is sitting behind the camera, going out onto the patio here on the platform. And I still have to do some leveling work on it. All the parts are right there, the spindles down here on the floor, and I've got various bits and stuff ready to go. I may do a 2 foot by 4 foot instead of the 4 foot by 4 foot version to start. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, welcome back, me.